Hello, Taurus. Welcome back to Intuitive Insights with Willow. Here is where I'm always wishing you peace and the understanding that life is always happening for you, not to you. So let's see who's coming towards you. Taurus. Ooh, King of Ghosts, a water sign, somebody with emotional stability. Oh, I just heard one. It said, oh my God, it said it so quick when I was sitting there thinking, Taurus. It's one that's very dominant in emotions. So what I mean by that is you're dealing with an individual who tells you how you feel because you don't. Like, that's funny. I want y'all to know it's been 2 hours since I did the videos in between. But you're dealing with an individual that will tell you how you feel. So if you're the type of Taurus that don't necessarily articulate your emotions, this is an individual that is coming to tell you how you feel. It's one of those people that you talk to, you be like, no, it's this, and they be like, no, what you really mean is that. And I don't mean that in like a negative way, because like, even like, let's give you a more sweeter version. As in, yeah, I'll use my husband. So like, I may say like, I don't want that type thing. Or I might say, I want something. And he'll know, okay, objectively, that's something that I want, but I may not want it that color. I may not want that style of it. I also may not want it right now. So this is someone that can premeditate what you actually desire. Damn, that's a lot of heat for one card. Taurus. Okay. Why is this King of Cups coming to you? It's King of Ghosts. Ooh. I love this deck. You want to come out bringing it at. Ooh, for some healing. You got 4 bats. Swords, air is bats in this deck. 4 bats. Why? This is a person. Look, just off depiction. A person that may have betrayed you. Someone that may have caused you some wounds emotionally, because we are leading with cups here, okay? It's a build up off of the emotion. So this is someone who wants to bring clarity to this. May also be an individual who wants to take on the challenge of rebuilding or trying to reconstruct with the Taurus. That's heavy. Because you know, Taurus, baby. Ooh. Taurus is hurt. Good luck. Okay. No, I shouldn't say that, because I'm a Taurus in tropical astrology. I am a Taurus sign. And it's not that. It's just, you know, I tell everybody, this is for everybody, even if you're a cross watcher. And this ain't just for Taurus. This is for people in general. Because my biggest challenge of understanding in situations, I was just like in my journey, it took many years for me to understand this. The reason why it's so hard for people to reconnect freshly, like I'm talking about, I forgive you, you forgive me, let's rebuild, but you still have that fracture within the foundation of your union, you know, of your relationship. You understand? And the reason for that, and you know, somebody may exert, you know, something from the past when you be like, oh, we got over that, and it's like, no, it's still there. And the reason why it's there, some people have a hard time letting it go because of the fear. They really don't, they may not necessarily fully comprehend why things went the way that it did, and because they don't know why it came about, they never fully gain confidence in making sure it never comes to fruition again. So they can't come up with a preventative measure for it, so it's always kind of there. That was one of the things, like, I learned seriously with my parents. That's why I say I'm long time. Because like my dad, you know, is usually the man be like, yo, that happened so long ago. But in our dynamic, the masculine and feminine energy was different. And it was like, It's because that wound was so deep, the person couldn't forget that, and they just felt like, yo, you gonna always do this to me. You never healed that. That's why it's important to fully heal. So your person, I just looked at that 5 minutes. I need to stop with the time, you know. But your person is trying to heal that. But I brought that up because with the Taurus, a lot of people are like, oh, they stubborn, they be set in their ways. No, really, at the end of the day, it's just fear clothed with stubbornness. Like you're looking at their border, their boundaries as them being stubborn, but really it's just them trying to protect themselves. So yeah, you got to come with heavy reassurance. You got to come heavy with the sincerity of making sure this won't happen again, because they kind of have the heart and the mind of an elephant. Like with elephants, once an enemy to an elephant, always an enemy to an elephant. They got strong memories. And that is seriously, I always wish they depict Taurus as an elephant instead of a bull. But it is, I mean, elephants do the same thing. When they attack heavy. But when bulls go in, that's the bad condensation to a bull, is because they come in, they charge, and they don't stop. It's hard for them to calm down. So it hits really heavy. And I haven't seen like a Taurus, well, piss a Taurus off, and in that day, from that bad, depending on what happened, it can flow longevity. So I get it. I get it. Anyways, digressing. Now, intentions. What are the intentions with you, okay? Ooh, water sign. If you are unfamiliar with the signs, water signs is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, okay? The king is in representation of Cancerian energy. Intentions. Oh, I saw something. I saw one that was already flipped. What is it? What is you? Nah, you just flipped over. Was it this one? Well, I thought it was a Five of Pentacles, though. What is this? I wasn't. It was Five of Pentacles. All right. Five of Pumpkins. So here you got the Five of Pumpkins. This is this person's intentions. And no, I'm not keeping that card. My channel, my reading. If you read and that plays a part for you, it was the Page of Bats. Go with the flow, baby. But here, I saw this one, and it's five of Pumpkins, which is Taurus energy. It's Taurus, so Venusian energy in its entirety, okay? Now, this isn't the greatest card. Because this is a tough Taurus. I know, because this is my card. But no, their intentions, though, when you have it here for an intention, this is a person that's wanting to restore. So they've been disconnected from you for a long time. This is someone that wants to mend a wound. So this can also be a father or a mother figure as well. Cancerian, I bit my tongue. Cancerian energy is usually to the maternal. The Emperor is paternal. But either way, I always look at the water signs as the parent. The king and queen, I always look at as mom and dad. That's just how I read them. So this could also be a parent, all right? But this is someone that you've been disconnected with. This is someone that feels like they may have abandoned you or felt abandoned by you. So their intentions is to heal this with you. You understand? Because remember, we had the Four of Bats to the Five of Pumpkins. I just had like the cutest message. So y'all, I'm really like flutter. Anyways, advice for you guys, okay? So what I mean in that dynamic when I say it's the Five of Pumpkins, it's an individual that felt they came up short, or this is someone that left you in a scarcity mindset, someone that didn't meet you the way that they were supposed to. You understand? That's what they're trying to heal. So that's why I said it could also be a parent, because we are leading with the King of Ghost, and he is an individual. He is a great father. He's a great lover. But understand too, it's not just father and mother, it's masculine energy when we're looking at a king. All right. So, and then we're going into restorative. So this could be one, if you're disconnected with your parents, you could be one that's, your parents could be reaching out to you, coming to you and wanting to rebuild, you know, let's talk about it, heal, bring you to the realization that they are imperfect and they gave you their best, regardless of how you may view that, and then want to start something else with you. Now, if it's not in that way and it's romanticized, this is an individual that you could have been in a union with, or an individual who has been trying to pursue you and you ain't got time for it. And this is a person that wants to help you in a sense. If they never dealt any negativity, like any wounds to you, this is someone who recognizes your wounds. They see your scars and they want to reassure you that they don't want to repeat that with a person. But in order not to repeat it, you must communicate with them and allow them to be who they are. That's why I said they coming in with the emotions like, hey, I know what you need. I know what you want. Let me give you that. Especially when you look at the King of Ghosts and the Five of Pumpkins. Then you put the healing on there, like this is somebody trying to give you everything. Why that? You give good love. You give good love to me, baby. Who is that? So good. Take this heart of mine into your hand. That's Whitney. That's Whitney Houston. Yeah, that's Whitney Houston. Why I have to think about that? I love me some Whitney. Let's see advice for you guys, all right? Nine of Imps. The advice here, this is not going to just happen tomorrow, okay? This is going to take a lot of work. So be willing to put the work in for this. Work in what area? Let's clarify. Clarify your advice. Clarify the Nine of Wands. This could have been some, a long time coming. These wounds that's been there. Or this energy. Look at that. It's been a long time. Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But you are clarified with the 3 and 4 of Pentacles along with death. All right. So this is a long time coming. The suggestion though, when you see the 9 of Wands, do not lose momentum. Keep going. So pursue this. Don't just shut someone out. Don't just create a gate and be like, oh no, be on the front and be like, oh no, I don't need to worry about that. Or that's not bothering me anymore. Shut up, Taurus. It is bothering you. So buckle up, Buttercup, and go on. Tell them how you feel. Because that's another Whitney song. Hearts are often broken when their words unspoken. So be thorough here because we've been sitting in this energy for a long time. And you know what? We work better together than we are apart, but I can't do this by myself, so we need to restart. All right? Yeah. Broke it down like I was Dr. Seuss. Did y'all know Dr. Seuss was like 50-something when he finally came out with his books? Like, did you know that? Or was he 37? No, I think he was 50-something. Or was that KFC? Colonel. One of them was hella old. And felt like, they kept getting no. And finally brought what it was within them to fruition. And you know what? We use them to this day. Outcome for the two of you. Because y'all over here so emotional. I'm crying even though the tears are never falling from my eyes. Alright, outcome. Y'all done threw out all the other damn cards. Now I need to find a card and we're going to play around. Jump. So I'm looking at you. Ooh, 4 pumpkins. Look at that. 4 pentacles there, 4 pentacles here. Now here, what we have here is we must establish solid ground. So solid ground will be established between the two of you. This does show very promising energy for it to be something beautiful in the end. It also shows people being unguarded. So we are still on guard, not all the way, there isn't complete totality of vulnerability. All right. There's not. But what is there is a strong foundation, as in building something that is better. There's no negative emotions, but I have my boundaries, you have yours. That's what it shows, establishing that. Okay. What we got at the bottom of the deck? Four of Imps. Look at that. Very promising. Four of Imps. Like, you know, if you wanted to get married, this is the card that says, dun, 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 dun. On the low, y'all know how they had these old songs? You know, they say, London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. You know, that's a nursery rhyme song. When I think about dun, 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 I think somebody was saying dum dum da dum, you dum dum da dum. I honestly think about, that's a side note, but I think about that because it's like, why does it sound so close to dumb? Or they could be saying you're done dun dun dun, you're done dun dun dun. Like that's the song for your funeral type shit. Okay, that was just a side note, y'all, but I was just thinking that. Anywho, is this beneficial? Will this be a positive union between you and this individual? Yes, it is. Four of Imps is the card that shows stability. It shows marriage. It shows growth of family. It also shows, I know I used that word a few times, but stabilized emotions as it's reciprocal between the two people that are in the union. So even if it's paternal or romantic, and it could also be a friend, platonic, you know, friends, they do hurt each other. You can have somebody, that's why they come into you as the king of ghost. And with the Four of Bats, they're coming towards you and they like, look, I fucked up. You know, I'm sorry. You know, as time has progressed, that's where you got the Nine of Wands. You know, time has ran its course and I realized like, I fucked up, you know. Shit happens. Okay. I'll never forget, I told this girl in her reading, I say, you know, he fucked up. Shit happens. She was like, yeah, like a fucking doctor bill and a call from the health department. That kind of shit happens. I said, ooh. I literally did. I said, ooh. Like, I'm like, you know, talk all the shit that you want, but you sitting here wondering if the relationship gonna work between the two of y'all. Hello. All right, that is what I got for you, Taurus. I appreciate your time and your attention. It means a lot to me. Understand that we cannot always control the things that happen in our life, but we can 100% control the way that we respond to them. Okay. Set boundaries, and you make sure you fiercely enforce them. The boundaries are for you. They're not for other people. And by setting boundaries, you're setting a tone for how people should treat you if they want you in their life. You know what I mean? Also, move with integrity. As long as you move with integrity, you'll never regret the decisions that you made. Yeah, you're hurt if you cause some wounds and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you know you stood on principle. You stood on business, okay? But, yeah. Practice those two things and just move with love, always with love. Even if people aren't loving, kind, and open to you, receptive to you, still don't let that change who you are. Okay? I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.